Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Even If Tempest video. In the same day, we're totally sane. I'm once again joined in person by Evan. It's two Evans in a room.
I have no way home until tomorrow.
He's been here since Monday.
Yeah, I know. Noodles.
It's
Help.
not true,
Please.
It has basically only been noodles. Anyway, Evan, give us a little recap.
We covered a lot of ground. Now
It was the first 2 episodes of
two
Tyrell's?
chapters. Okay, so first off,
I think.
I think I talked about how like it was a little different first off.
Yes.
Everything's blending together. Anyway,
okay.
I'm gonna focus on the carnival stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So first off, we were an inquisitor. We are selected to be like one of the inquisitors and leading, guiding inquisitors in the trial.
Yes.
And alongside Inquisitor Lester, of course.
Of course.
Anyway, so beforehand, the Witch of Ruin meets up with us and tells us that we'll be rewarded with a wish because we're helping him with his game. The Tyrell requests his wish to be at the beginning.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I figured it out. Okay. So last episode started at the end of the interviews.
Okay, yeah.
And then so trial, everything else.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm at the right point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, Tyrell makes his deal. Then we don't know what it is yet. All of the sacrificium are transported to the carnival.
Yep. All the sacrificia are in a circle, and we're trying to figure out who the member is.
All the typical stuff. Conrad and Modigan are trying to frame Creus by using like a witness, blah blah blah. And Conrad claims that the witness was protected, who was a priest, is protected because he's a scion of the gods. At which point, the Witch of Ruin comes on as a surprise witness. That was Tyrell's deal.
Yes.
And answers some question, and then we make a deal with the witch to use magic on Conrad, which to prove that
everyone fell asleep.
Yeah, to prove that everyone fell asleep.
That no one had protection, regardless of who they were around.
And so, from there, everything was like, okay, square one. Yeah, so like we go back, and I don't know. After questioning, blah blah blah, we find out that I was right. That it was the kid, Sammy, who killed Lucian because at the beginning,
are what you eat.
You are what you eat, and that was established as a theme at the beginning of the first chapter.
Yeah.
When we started investigating.
With Creus, and we ate the enzyme.
Sammy wanted to eat Lucian so that he and all the other orphans could grow up to be good people and that
not go into slavery.
Yeah.
Which is Conrad's fault because fuck him.
Yeah, and Conrad, the reason why he got like antsy,
super defensive with Sammy
at any mention of Sammy or the orphanage was because that's where he gets his slaves from.
Yes.
And so Sammy.
And Evan's working theory is that Tyrell might be an escaped slave.
Yeah. Which because it was mentioned by the witch that there's someone who hates the royal family.
That Tyrell hates the royal family.
Yeah.
So
Tyrell hates
Evan right? Well, we might find out tonight. We might find out
at a later date. Yeah.
At a later date.
Well,
you guys will be finding out in the new year.
So Sammy died, and the witch ate him. We then spend the night with Inquisitor Lester in his office, much to the horror of Creus. Oh, by the way, there was a kiss scene.
Oh yeah. When we
But it was totally medicine.
Yeah, when we made the deal with the witch, he puts chains around our heart, just like he did with Tyrell. But due to the fact that we have protection, it's assumed from Rune. It's a bit more painful for us. And we're kind of, us and the witch are at risk for getting majorly fucked. Magic caving in on itself. So Tyrell kisses us as a way to administer medication, and there's a whole really funny, like, what the fuck just happened, where Hugo's just like, yeah, totally medical, even though it didn't look like medical stuff. Anyway. So that was really funny. So you can check the last VOD if you want the full rundown of all of that.
Anyway, and so at the end of the second chapter, we choose to stay by Tyrell's side as an Inquisitor, instead of being with the Wings of Garuda, and then we go to cut to Conrad, who learns that, like, oh, she hates me. I could tell, but she has magic, so
I want her.
Yeah. And talking to some mysterious person.
Which
my theory was, I don't know, either Tyrell, like he's trying to get close and
be the Hound.
Or the Hound.
Yes.
Most likely.
Yes. And then another thing that keeps getting mentioned in all storylines, because apparently important, Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja keeps getting...
There was suspicion of little kids thinking that Lucian might be Ninja.
Yeah.
Because he helps out at the orphanage.
Yeah. And we got precognition. They said we got precognition.
We got precognition.
Yeah, so that'll be the little unique gimmick for going forward.
Ooh. Alright, I think we're good to jump in.
Yeah, I think that covers everything.
Yeah, I think that also covers everything. Alrighty.
It's funny how I have to, like, lean forward, like, each time I do Tyrell's voice.
I know, because everyone else, you're too loud.
Everyone else, I'm too loud, but like,
with Tyrell, you're just like...
Tyrell's a quieter voice, so...
We love Tyrell. Well, I love Tyrell.
Yeah.
I hope you love Tyrell. You don't have a choice. You must love Tyrell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I love Tyrell.
Thank you. As all things should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, you do it.
Alright. We've arrived at Nornia Church.
Nornia? Oh. Okay. Well, I thought it would be Nornin.
The largest and oldest of these devoted to the Nornin faith. The faith does not employ depictions of their deity. Instead, Goddess Norna is light itself. The light filtering through the stained glass is the object of Nornin worship.
We are citizens of Historica. Why are we on a guided tour?
To study up on our kingdom and its history.
You want to study through a tour? Is that how shallow your knowledge of your own home is?
Bro, I was stuck in a fucking attic. That may be. Yes.
Do you know the name of the goddess Norna's spouse?
I have no interest in the familial affairs of others.
It's gonna be Rune or something.
Who knows?
Okay.
We aren't just talking about others here. This is the very history of our kingdom and its royal family. In the complete book of herbs,
Fucking hate.
God, you're such a nerd.
penned by famous explorer Alcott, which 10 specimens does he name as being on the verge of extinction.
Anna, Rendola,
Why
Tirbinkle,
the fuck do we know
Merca,
this?
Figa,
What?
Surgeon, Chapbaf, Kenorm, Picklegrin, and Ishik Lux Flavis. Among these, Ishik Lux Flavis is already confirmed to be extinct. Though it has been prized as one of the ingredients for an elixir,
That's enough of that. You're also pretty knowledgeable on weather patterns and hiking techniques, if I remember correctly. You probably have the highest survival knowledge of the Order.
all of that was necessary to hunt for foods for the Garudas. I also just find it all interesting.
A woman of the wild you are.
A wild woman I am.
Feral.
That she turned out this way is all the fault of Creus Castle Rock.
I find it really funny that Maya just does not like Creus at all
She...
and does not hide it.
She also doesn't like him in the fan disc.
Oh, okay.
That's actually an entire plot point. Is their non-relationship.
I don't approve of you.
She also really doesn't like Tyrell later on. For some really funny reasons.
After, like, she finds out more about it. Who does she like? Lucian, I imagine?
Yeah. No.
No? Zen?
No. Oh, no. No.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I don't think she... The issue is out of all of them, she would appreciate Lucian the most.
Okay.
She hates Creus because she believes that he is obviously at fault for us being a wild one.
Yeah.
She hates Tyrell because, let's face it...
Tyrell.
Yeah, you know...
It just
Tyrell's
being himself.
Tyrell.
Yeah. And Zen? Or is that spoilers?
Zen is a cigarette-smoking vigilante detective.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Who has no mannerisms.
No. Maybe he's ninja. No.
You know, you're gonna fucking love Zen's route.
Yeah.
You're gonna love Zen's route. She barely joined the order before he started taking her out to the woods every single day. She learned how to drain blood from a deer before basic etiquette. Oh, those were the days. I could feel my own knowledge and skill set growing by the day. That may have been the most enriching period of my life so far. Oh dear!
It's a good sign she wants to learn more about history now, I think. Although a textbook is probably a better source of information.
I'm fine with her simply taking baby steps. I was the one who suggested she give this a try, after all.
Oh, that's genius. No.
This particular tour is managed by our government. It's the easiest and most suitable method for understanding how our kingdom's desires to be viewed by our neighbors. Right, Evan?
Right. No history book will give me the unvarnished version of history I seek. They're only published after being stripped of truth through censorship. Maya's subsequent advice was that I focus on what elements of that history our country finds most relevant in its foreign relations. A notion I found genuinely helpful.
As little as you resemble each other physically, those outrageous statements are all the proof I need to know you're related.
To hide my status as a member of the Linzel family, Maya and I act as siblings.
Next, I'll be explaining how this country came to be. About 1,700 years ago, the world was embroiled in war. Goddess Norna wept for the suffering of the people and descended upon the yet undeveloped land of Altham to create a land free of conflict.
Yeah, because this land is so free of conflict.
I know, right?
In her grace, she first created 5 nations. Machine, the mechanical utopia. Walent, the military enclosure. Rizzo, the fellowship of the sun and nocturnes. Gripa, the land of many blessings. Horatio, a garden of nature. And finally, she built her casket, Historica. Her powers turned this wild land into a paradise for men. But not all were pleased with her actions. Least of all, one who would see humans fall to ruin. The witch, Arcus. I'm not gonna comment on it. Those under the witch's curse turned to evil, and the goddess strove to protect the people. For 7 days and 7 nights, they fought until she finally triumphed in her battle. The witch's final words were thus: "My family still lives. 'Tis only a matter of time before this land overflows with sinners." To which the goddess replied, "Then I shall become the light to lead my people along the right path." Thus was the Nornan faith formed. Those who would see the witches well done still roam in the darkness. Very recently we had one such incident, but Norna's guiding light saw us through the perils and into safety.
If I said I didn't feel guided in the slightest, would they kick me out of this tour?
No.
Goddess Norna chose a man by the name of Lucius for her spouse.
Oh, boo!
He took on her hopes and led the people to cultivate this land.
Lucius?
This man, Lucius Nashburn, became
Coincidence?
Historica's very first king.
I think not.
No, it's not!
What?
Remember, they're supposed to be descendants of the goddess?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
His family line continues to rule and remains unbroken to this very day.
Uh,
Minus the fact that our prince, who was supposed to acquire the throne, got cannibalized. But that's fine.
Well, now there's several Prince Lucians.
Yeah, exactly. This year marks the 1646th anniversary of our founding. Not once have we had a war. All because of the Nashburn family has inherited her pure light and continues to protect us. And enslave us, but we don't talk about that either. I'm just a drunk old granny.
The safe word is pigeons.
The safe word is pigeons!
When we don't want the royal family anymore, that's what we say.
Exactly. That's how you get the king to leave you alone.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. A family of pure light, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, all done. That was surprisingly interesting. Takes me back to all those field trips in elementary school.
Why did you end up coming along anyway?
Some nerd. So you finally thought to ask me, did you? Just how little do I matter in your life? I'm here because Grand Commander Krios asked me to come. He asked that I watch over you and make sure you didn't get dragged into anything odd. Yeah.
Watch over me? I'll be a member of the Inquisitorial Order starting tomorrow.
Me too.
What?
What?
Hugh put himself up as a candidate as well, but it would be far more difficult for someone from his family to join the order.
His family line? My head is nothing but question marks. What does family have to do with your chosen profession? It's then, though, I remember the way others tend to view Inquisitors. I've seen time and again the way people wrongly judge Inquisitors. Is that at all related?
It most certainly is.
But his dad is one of the cardinals, right? I thought a man of the church would understand Inquisitors better than anyone. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Oh, well, yes. The Inquisitorial Order is an institution under the church, but...
Mitchell goes silent. Whatever it is he wants to say, he seems terribly hesitant to say it. In contrast, Maya continues his trailing as thought with a clipped tone. The Inquisitorial Order is where the children of criminals are assigned. Sinners are cleansed upon death, but it is generally believed that their children must repent in their own ways. Ridiculous! What point is there in blaming a child for their parents' actions? It may sound like a tired, outdated custom, but it is nonetheless the law.
I don't think people would ever become Inquisitors otherwise. We can complain all we want, but we need Inquisitors. Yikes. You sure didn't like that explanation. This isn't a kind of common sense that appeals to you, I'm sure. You're even purer than the royal family, after a fashion. No wonder why the Grand Commander is so worried about you.
I'm happy for your consideration, but I can take care of myself. I'm not so far gone that I need your help.
Oh, don't be like that. I got plenty out of joining the Order, even if only temporarily.
And what do you get out of this exactly?
See you more often. Oh, That's my secret. I'll be seeing you more tomorrow at our new workplace.
Let us be off as well. Hey Maya, I think that discussion about Inquisitors has helped me make my decision better than the tour. I will trust in Lucien's confession.
Oh, so it was a confession. Okay.
Just as the night envelops us all, the witch's magic will leave none spared as it falls upon this nation. It is no small blessing I was able to meet you before that happened. Here I will put to a paper a record of the royal family's sins. Know that I write these with the knowledge that they are true, but I lack the concrete evidence to prove them. You are free to do as you please. You may dismiss them for lack of evidence. Trust me, or keep silent even in your trust. I choose to believe in your judgment. There was once a clan that lived deep in the forest. They cultivated this land with a Nourishman family and disappeared into the trees when the rules were done. The name of this clan was Ishik in the old language. It apparently meant recurring time. They prized peace in all eras, helping the royal family from the shadows. They were our supporters and compatriots until the king, my father, saw them massacred.
Okay, well now here's like another potential backstory for Tyrell. Yeah. And it would line up, I mean, Tyrell's like around like mid-20s it sounds like, so 20 years ago, and then blah blah blah.
I think he's 20. Nope, we actually don't know his age.
Don't know his actual age.
Lucien's 18. Yours, Creus is 26.
Yeah, so yeah, he's the oldest one so far.
I don't remember what Zen's age is.
Anyway.
I mean, that's not applicable technically.
Oh? Anyway.
No records exist of this tragedy 20 years ago, and of course they don't. That we live on land unstained by blood is the pride and joy of the royal family.
By unapplicable, I mean, I don't think it ever confirms his actual age. I don't know if it ever confirms Tyrell's age either.
I don't understand why this happened, but I cannot in good conscience call acts taken in the secrecy of night just, no matter the circumstances. The 20 knights involved in the slaughter died one after the other. Records state their deaths were from accidents or illness, but I believe otherwise. The last of them died 3 years ago. This last one was Carlson, one of my knights, and he confessed all just before his death. He was a man of righteousness, and I trust every word he told me. I believe that what he told me was the unvarnished truth. For his sake, and for the sake of all those who have died, I must see this tragedy brought to light. But, unfortunately, I cannot find any way to prove these claims. All evidence has been disposed, and all those involved have passed on. There is still hope, however. Carlson allowed a single member of the Ishik clan to escape. According to him, this young member was a young girl of no more than 10.
Okay. Or maybe just Tyrell with long hair, I don't know.
If she was still alive, then maybe. Normally it's a fool's errand to hope a child could survive living in the forest, but maybe a child from the forest-dwelling Ishik clan could. Should she despise the royal family for their actions, then I want you to look for her. Those of the Ishik clan tattooed their bodies, so that should work as a clue to finding her.
A slaughter orchestrated by the royal family 20 years ago. The king could easily pin this slaughter on somewhere else, but there must be a reason he hasn't. Does he want to hide the existence of this clan so badly?
Yeah.
As a clan that built up this nation alongside the Noshburns, the Ishik clan should be revered among the citizenry. Did the king fear what this may lead to? Is that why he annihilated the clan? To solidify the Noshburns' grip on power? It makes sense, but it's not enough. What threat could an isolated clan pose to the king? Why do anything about them now after leaving them alone for over 1,000 years? This letter alone doesn't give me enough clues to form an answer. But there is one thing I know. Prince Lucian was an honest soul. That his own father orchestrated the slaughter of an entire people must have come as quite a shock to him. With the struggle for the crown heating up, he probably wanted his father's support, yet he instead chose to censure him. You can never understate the amount of strength and courage needed in such a situation.
You must think it strange that I would choose to tell you all of this. You are doubtless rendered confused by this new information, but I promise I'm writing this for a reason. I hold doubts not just toward my father, but toward my brother Conrad as well, even if his hound renders him out of my reach. You hold the same misgivings, do you not? Why else steal into the room of an administrator he favors? Unfortunately, I have no way of cornering Conrad into a confession. That being said, I believe the Ishik massacre could be the key we need to expose his misdeeds. If only I had been able to find you earlier, then maybe... No. There's no point lamenting the past. If we are both able to escape the Membrum's rampage, then I will come see you. I believe that I will be able to choose the correct path so long as you walk it with me. You are the one that gave me courage.
So, what do you intend to do, my lady? I will look for the missing Ishik girl. And what will you do once you find her? I would say I'd make that decision only after talking with her, but it may be too late at that point. Sympathy is a powerful motivator, but you must always be a step ahead. Should you let someone else make the first move, your decisions will suffer. I currently regret my own decisions. I should have burned that letter the moment it arrived and never showed it to you.
Oh, fuck you, Maya.
His Royal Majesty kept the Ishik incident a secret because it could shake the very foundations of our monarchy. Having this knowledge makes you no different than a traitor. Were Prince Lucian still alive, we may have had options available to us. But as it stands, my one wish is that you forget everything you read, my lady. You have your own goals, do you not? You carry a heavy burden you haven't even disclosed to me. I simply worry for you. Worry that one day you will find yourself broken and bruised. I know how you feel, Maya, and I don't want to see you so upset. I promise to remember everything you told me. I won't act rashly. Thank you, my lady. This is how it should be. I have goals of my own, just like Maya said. I tell that to myself over and over again that evening. If I don't, I fall into a hole of despair at how utterly useless I am. What am I even trying to do here? I let the witch get away after the trial, and wasn't even able to reveal Conrad's crimes.
Girl's too impatient.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she's been waiting over 8 years.
Girl's too impatient.
I can't even look for a poor girl who's had her family ripped out from under her. I'm powerless.
Girl's too powerless.
Shut the fuck up! I thought I could become anything I wanted to be once I left that godforsaken room.
Yeah, I wanted to be a slut.
But in the end, I can't change a thing. Are you done?
Yeah.
I won't give up on myself ever again.
That's a lie.
Why am I doubting myself now? Get it together. If I stop even attempting to challenge these obstacles, I'll just be the sad girl I was back then. Remember your resolve. Remember what you've chosen to push forward. Remember that you chose. I can only ever be me. And I've sworn to become the ideal version of myself.
Oh, well, that's all well and good. But I'm not sure if that means storming the castle, Evan.
I stormed nothing. I followed all appropriate procedures. I summarized the incident in a report and submitted it to the administration. That report got presented to the king.
And you got executed as a traitor. You made a complete beeline for the castle without any second thoughts. You did. Prince Lucian must be turning in his grave.
I just wanted to give it a try. I needed to know how the king would react to my knowing these secrets.
Aren't you scared of dying?
Of course I am. I don't want to experience anything like that ever again.
And yet, here you are, again! You do remember what I said about dying too many times, right?
Yes.
Your mind will fall apart and you'll never get another chance.
I know. But this has given me the answer I needed. The king did, in fact, slaughter an entirely innocent clan. The way he panicked gave it away, and the lack of any questioning I received is further proof.
Is that really so important?
It tells me the royal family has a secret, and that the Ishii clan holds the key to unlocking it.
I see. I mean, the royal family having a secret is pretty interesting, but are we getting a bit off track here?
Not at all. I want nothing more than to see Conrad burn.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Should Conrad disappear, the crown will go to Prince Lucian. And I have no problem with that. No one is more suited to the position than he.
But what about Prince Parker?
No.
Sure, but with Prince Lucian's dead. Oh, were you planning to go back before he died?
I plan to go back once I understand how best to get my revenge and defeat the witch. Though I also know that won't be enough.
How so?
Prince Lucian intends to confront the king for the atrocities committed against the Ishii clan. Doing so, however, may result in the right of succession being stripped away from him. But if I can't be sure that Prince Lucian will be able to take the throne, I won't be able to destroy Conrad's life without worry.
Oh wow, that certainly is a weird way to think about it. Why don't you just be honest with yourself? Deep down, you know you just can't leave that Ishii girl, whoever she is, to fend for herself. This is your life. You should spend it doing whatever it is you want to do.
Are you sure? I'd be using these powers for goals outside of the very reason you lent them to me in the first place.
That's fine with me. I'm already outside the flow of time. Whatever you take, whether you take the long road or choose a shortcut, all that matters to me is the final result. Plus, I can't say for sure that the Ishii clan is unrelated to my goal.
What?
Whoops! We're running out of time. I feel like there was something else I needed to tell you. Oh! Be wary of dreams.
Dreams?
May this be our final encounter. Expecto Animus.
Rune, Thanks, bro.
What's the bottom of the card say?
The chariot.
Oh, but we're a person.
Oh, shit.
Why is there long hair? Oh, the long hair lady looks like the first witch. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Were Prince Lucian still alive, we may have had other options available to us. But as it stands, my one wish is that you forget everything you read, my lady. You have your own goals, do you not? You carry a heavy burden you haven't even disclosed to me. I simply worry for you. Worry that one day you will find yourself broken and bruised. Maya! Yes? I appreciate your concern, but you needn't worry about me. On what basis do you claim this? Do you need proof to trust me? What a dishonest way to phrase that question. You're right, that I have my own goals. But the longer I live, the more goals I'll inevitably gain. But I'm afraid that should you choose to extend your aid to all those you come across, you will inevitably buckle under the weight. I promise I'll never let that happen.
What a lie.
Oh, you. She sighs and looks at me like she would a stubborn child. This individual was a young girl 20 years ago. Should she have survived, she would be in her late 20s or early 30s now. Maya. She would likely be covered in tattoos, so they won't function so well as a clue. You can, however, start by investigating professions that require workers to be covered up. You'll help me with this? This would have been a much simpler conversation had you ordered me to. But you never wished for anything from me. But I do, Maya. And you've already given it to me. All I could ever want is for you to remain at my side.
Yeah, and not as decorations. Oh.
Oh. You do well to refrain from such conduct with others, my lady. One would think you were flirting.
Oh, the hidden route is Maya. What?
There is no hidden route.
Yeah, I know, you told me earlier.
Yeah, it sucks. In any case, the name Ishig certainly does sound familiar to me. It does? Do you remember where you heard it? From you, my lady. Me? Oh, now I remember. You mentioned the name in a list of herbs while we were at the church. Oh! Ishig lux flavus. Could the similar names be a coincidence?
Yeah.
No, we'd be safer assuming they're related. The herb could be named after the clan.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Ishig lux flavus has long been extinct. The flowers won't serve us well as a clue. It sucks. Fuck. Unfortunately, Ishig lux flavus has long been extinct. The flowers won't serve us well as a clue. It was a flower. Yes, though I've only seen it in illustrations, it apparently glowed a beautiful yellow.
What? Oh, glowing flowers. When was the last time we saw a glowing
I
flower?
wonder where.
Tyrell's office.
Yeah. What color was that flower?
That was blue, though, not yellow. I think from what I remember. I don't know.
Something hovers faintly on the verge of my memories, but it disappears as quickly as a passing comet. I will do anything in my power to help you, but there's unfortunately only so much a maid can accomplish. Though I do understand the markets like the back of my hand. I can only hope that we'll find someone with a talent for searching, or at the very least, someone we can commission.
Paying with beer.
Oh.
Paying with beer.
Paying with Arcana. So, you know the markets well? I do indeed. I visit daily, so I know many regulars and owners as well. Then I'd like to see if you can get a hold of a bottle of Arcana mead. And you will need this to move on to the next stage of your plan, I assume? You were always mercifully quick on the uptake, Maya.
Yeah, thank God.
Inquisitor Lister is said to be proficient at finding lost items. He may very well be able to find this lost Ishik member.
Can he help me find my heart? I seem to have lost it on the way here.
Who did you leave it with? Huma and Backshots?
I left it.
Evan,
I left it.
Evan needs to open his phone.
I left it with. I left my heart with. Sarah Star.
Go back to another episode. I don't remember which one.
It's the fairy godmother in training.
Yeah, it's the fairy godmother in training. We read the poster in one of our videos.
Results not guaranteed.
I love that. I doubt it will be easy to get a hold of. We've got quite the rival to contend with. Is this mead so wonderful? Now I'm personally curious. Worry not, my lady. If it passes through the markets, then it is surely within my reach. Your confidence is inspiring, but I hate that I ultimately have to rely on others for this. Don't say that. This, too, is an example of your own power. There are many ways to move people, whether it be through money, honor, or obligation. But neither of these are easy methods. Money requires worth to earn, and honor requires status to give. Only the most privileged have either of these outset. Yet you easily parted with both. That you still have those willing to assist you is but an example of your own efforts, is it not? I said all of that wrong. Hearing that from you is nothing short of reassuring. Even if I manage to get a bottle of Arcana, I can't just ask him to do something as brazen as looking for the last remaining Ishik survivor. Doing so would only serve to put him in danger. I need to avoid any direct statements when I ask this of him. I'll have to be a bit unorthodox. Considering his disdain for spotty explanations, as troublesome as it will be, I need his help. I had to discuss this with him.
Yay, communication.
Woo! Communication is sexy as fuck!
Yeah!
The next thing I know, I'm standing before a woman's corpse. Her chestnut hair is dyed crimson by her blood.
Uh-oh.
I never thought things would turn out like this. This is all my fault. I did this. Where are my glasses?
Who knows? Oh.
Subtle foreshadowing.
Subtle. What was that dream? Someone was dead and Mitchell was crying? Why must I start the morning with something so terrifying? Good morning, my lady. Breakfast is ready. Good morning, Maya. I'll be right there.
What?
Oh, Evan. Good morning.
Hey, yo. It's been a while. How you been? You recover well?
Landon, Hugo, what brings you here?
Any stab wounds?
We just wanted to see you. And thought we might, if we came around to the Inquisitorial Order. And that's not you. Fuck.
We just wanted to see you. And thought we might if we came around to the Inquisitorial Order. So how's the new job? You fighting off witches?
Of course she isn't. She's only been there a week. I doubt she's doing much more than paperwork and various odd jobs.
And torture?
I've yet to do anything very Inquisitor-like.
Oh, I see. Ah, good for you, Hugh. We all knew how worried you were about her getting corrupted by the other Inquisitors. Of course I was worried. She could never torture anyone.
I can see from the earnest look in his eyes that Hugo was genuinely concerned about my safety.
Where's Mitchell's glasses?
I don't know, he got rid of them, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe they're in his other hand.
I don't know. Yeah,
You know,
but
in
you
his
never
little
see.
gay boy pose.
I don't know what I'd do if she began to enjoy inflicting pain on others. Oh, I think I'd call her mommy.
Do I truly look so problem-prone? I admit Mitchell has performed more admirably so far. Mitchell has already earned the other Inquisitors' respect and affection. He's even selling his family wares to them. Oh. So this sales pipeline is what Mitchell gets out of the arrangement then. Is he really aiming for knighthood?
Anyway, Mitch, what happened to your glasses?
Oh, hey.
Oh, they dropped them last night, which is a shame considering my poor vision.
Sounds tough. Stand next to me. I'll function as your eyes today.
Be still, my beating heart.
Wah, wah. Mitchell! Evan, Master Tyrrell calls! Come with me! Oh, I guess that's our call to leave. Good luck, guys. Make sure to take plenty of breaks.
Thank you. To both of you.
Master Tyrrell, I have brought them with me.
So, flower was not blue, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, so it is yellow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was glowing. It felt like it was glowing blue. Anyway.
It might have been glowing blue.
But it glows. It's a yellow flower that glows. Okay.
Yeah.
Go. Oh, yeah, should I yell?
Yeah, you need to yell. Mitchell yelps when Inquisitor Lister fixes him with his sharp gaze. I get it. Believe me, he's scary.
Hot.
You're not wrong. But I already know that he's incredibly kind underneath all that. Please.
A gag order has been issued regarding the carnival. I imagine it's in consideration of the orphanage children that got dragged into the crime. The Inquisitorial Order is in charge of enforcing this order. Should you find anyone speaking of the matter, arrest them without prejudice.
Yes, sir.
We've also received a report this morning about the location of a witch. Helen Preston, aged 22. She lives alone, away from her parents, and has no prior criminal record. The report comes to us from the president of Lindbergh Trading, Maurice Lindbergh.
Limber trading? But that's...
Master Tyrrell is talking. Keep your comments to yourself.
It's whatever. If you have something to say, then say it.
My family runs a business, so I hear a lot of rumors about those in the same industry.
Okay. What the fuck?
Mr. Lindbergh is an incorrigible womanizer who goes for even his own employees. There are even rumors of the women that brush off his advances getting fired. In the worst case scenario, he puts in a false indictment to the Inquisitorial Order, claiming the woman in question is a witch.
Now that you mention it, I do see his name quite a bit in the records.
So the rumors are true? That Helen woman is probably just suffering under Mr. Lindbergh's resentment.
Oh, my toe.
Apologies.
What the fuck?
And so, what if she is? Do you propose we leave the issue be? What if this indictment has merit? If she really is a witch?
Well,
We must unmask the witches among us. Among us? So long as we have indictment, it is our duty to investigate it.
yes, sir.
I shall be off to investigate, Master Tyrrell.
Sure.
No, don't leave us. Oh, that too.
Helen lives in an employee dorm near the markets. It's not far from the order, but be careful. She doesn't flee during the escort.
Yes, sir. What happened with her after she's arrested? You'll just listen to what she has to say and then call it a day?
Those testified against are put into custody for 7 days and are subjected to interrogation and torture during the confinement period.
Torture?
Torture is a necessary tool in the discernment of right and wrong. Should she be a witch, she will use her magic to resist the pain. If nothing happens after constant pushing for 7 days, then we can be certain she is an ordinary human.
You don't do any investigating before resorting to torture? If you can find proof she isn't a witch, then you wouldn't need to go as so far as torturing her.
And how do you propose to ascertain her humanity? There are no physical signs of being a witch, nor is magic a viewable phenomena. There's no evidence to be seen either way.
The probatio diabolica.
Evidence may prove the devil is among us. But the lack of evidence cannot prove he isn't. Yes? There are similarities there, but we do have our own methods. If suspects can survive 7 days of confinement, they'll be set free. Torture is, under a certain definition, a way of saving those put under suspicion.
Inquisitor Toll's explanation makes a certain amount of sense, but there's still something I can't quite accept. If Helen is simply the victim of Lindenberg's resentment, as Mitchell says, then a completely innocent woman will have to be tortured. What an irrational world we live in. I'm well aware humans can be just as foul. I know plenty of people who deserve my ire.
I know plenty of people.
My stepmother and father, Orla, Conrad. But once I left home, I realized 4 isn't a large number. And that as the world I saw got bigger and broader, this world filled with those who couldn't care less about their fellow man. I want to believe there are good people too. I do, but when all you've ever seen are the worst of people, you could truly come to hate humans.
We've arrived. This is Helen's home.
Coming! Helen is a young, beautiful woman. Her eyes shine with vitality beneath the bangs of her chestnut hair.
Uh-oh.
How odd. It's like something is clawing at the back of my mind.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Helen Preston, I presume. I'm with the Inquisitorial Order. We have received word that you are a witch.
What are you talking about? But I'm nothing of the sort.
And it is our job to prove that. Should you resist arrest, you will find yourself immediately upon the gallows.
Was it the company president that implicated me? It must have been. All because I turned him down. Inquisitor Toll puts the restraints around Helen's wrist with a practiced hand. People around us begin throwing us suspicious glances.
Could we maybe take one of the side roads? We stand out like a sore thumb here.
Well, I suppose.
A side street. Mitchell without his glasses. And then a woman with chestnut hair. Is this all just a coincidence? Could something I dreamed about really happen in real life?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Stop them is the right answer, I assume.
Yeah. Wait.
What's wrong?
Let's continue down the main street.
The main street? Why? Inquisitor Toll has already given us the okay.
I'm sorry to lend you something I'm already wearing, Helen. But could you use this to cover your head? You'll be able to hide your face with this. It won't do to make you walk out in public for too long, so try to deal with this for now.
That's true.
All the stuff about being in public is a farce, but I can't exactly give my actual reasons. I may as well be claiming I'm a witch if I come out and say that I saw what comes next in a dream. If this is all just a coincidence, all the better for it. My fatal rewind already makes me close to inhuman, and having premonition on top of that terrifies me. But even as I hope it's all of a coincidence, a part of me knows otherwise. I know what I had was far from a normal dream.
So if we just choose that, then, like, die? Yeah. Is that technically another ending, or... Is that technically another ending? Or no, not really?
I don't think so, no.
Did you hear about that old lady at that old back apartment? Apparently it suddenly collapsed.
Oh. I just came from there. As a matter of fact, a number of bricks fell, causing quite a ruckus. Apparently no one was hurt, though, thank the goddess. We have custody of Helen Preston.
Good. I heard some accident happened near here. Did anything happen on the way over?
We were fine. I suggested we take the street on the way back, but then she recommended otherwise. Thank you, Evan. Huh. If we continue along that path, we'd be in the middle of a catastrophe right now. Evan?
Oh, yeah, it's no big deal.
You can all return to your positions. Miss Red, stay here. You got lucky and saved everyone. So what's with the face?
Is something off?
It sure is. You look like you've seen a ghost.
You are far too perceptive, Inquisitor Lister. How does someone train for that?
You want to know? No CG.
Yep.
Oh. Up. Continue.
Backshot?
Backshot! Linzel, backshot.
Inquisitor Lister grips at my hand.
Master Taylor's precepts. The second. To read a person, one must look at their hands. The face is the clearest indicator of a person's emotions. As such, people believe that if they simply put up a poker face, they can get away with their secrecy.
The tips of his fingers brush over the back of my hand. He's slow and gentle, as if trying to find something there. It tickles, yet his touch is comfortable.
Sorry. You don't like that? You don't like this?
No, I'm telling you to read.
Oh.
But, while they may not be as talkative as the face, the hands tell us just as much. The way a person's fingers stiffen, their gestures, the temperature, and the sweat. When you came in here now, your fingers were as stiff as the rest of you. You experienced something shocking, yet you didn't say a word. You can't tell me what happened.
Cry, scream, sobs. I can't.
Your temperature's rising, and you've started sweating. Are you panicked now that I've guessed correctly? Even if I have. Why are you so red? You were pale as a sheet when you first showed up. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
You're too low.
It doesn't make a lick of sense.
There you go.
Yeah, I just need... Do you have a fever? Are you feeling sick? We need to get you to a doctor.
No, I'm fine. This is just a result of my mind wandering.
Huh?
My hands are calloused and scarred from a history of gripping swords and bows. It's a little embarrassing to have you look so closely at such rough hands, if I'm being honest.
Good thing I'm not talking about any of that, then.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Your sense of shame is an odd one, Miss Red. You didn't even blink an eye when we did much more.
We don't think about that. It was medical. You said it was medical. That was an entire... That was entirely medical in nature, remember? And you told me not to think much of it besides.
Didn't think you had it in you to be so cute.
Meep.
A person's hands can tell not only their emotions, but also their pasts. The callous skin here is proof of the level of training you've put yourself through. And I prefer such signs of determination over silky smooth skin. Yeah.
Damn.
It's much easier to work someone to the bone if they're used to such difficulties. Wouldn't you say?
Bro just wants to abuse us.
Yeah. I fucking love your hands.
Why'd you make it weird?
What? What?
Why'd you make it weird?
What do you mean?
He gives me a teasing grin. This man is cunning. That he gives such a charming smile even while he berates me is proof of that. How am I to get angry at him?
I can't stop thinking about hands.
Stop it!
Stop it!
Yes, I did.
Don't ruin my favorite voice of yours now.
Oh, thank you.
Don't ruin it.
Now that it's on my mind, have you run into the Witch of Ruin since the trial? I want to look at his hands again.
I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
No, my balls.
Stop.
Okay.
Not at all. I haven't seen the witch since that night.
I see.
He goes quiet, apparently in deep thought. Is something bothering you? I'm genuinely gonna kick you in the balls.
No.
Do you think the Witch of Ruin had any real intention of winning the trial?
Of course he does. Enough that entreating me to win against him in the trial was one of the first things he told me to do if I wanted to capture him. Wait. I actually think all he said was that I need to participate. Either way, it doesn't make that big of a difference. Right now. I'm in no position to divulge these details to Inquisitor Lister, so I instead go for a much more innocuous answer. That witch didn't seem the type to be pleased with failure, at least. He was upset just knowing that you'd seen through how his magic works.
And I agree with that, which is why I find it all so strange. Why would he commit such a fatal mistake?
Fatal mistake? The Witch of Ruin made a fatal mistake? I should be happy about that, but I haven't the faintest idea what he's getting at.
Cass's insistence on focusing on the Membrum's loss of morals is what gave us this victory. But that only worked because we were dealing with a child. I suppose it was its own variety of annoyance, given the ire you'd earn by going after a kid. But how do you think things would have gone down if we were dealing with Prince Conrad? Should he be a Membrum, he would have had enough... Should he be a Membrum, he would have enough mental fortitude to adopt the mannerisms of any normal human. Why shoulder the risk of choosing a child?
Do you think the witch lost on purpose?
Either that, or the outcome actually means very little to him.
I'm not sure what the witch is after, but I do know that his choice of a young child has left deep scars on the people involved. And I'm no exception to that. Just remembering the fear on his face and in his voice is enough to claw at my heart.
Hey.
Ow! Whoa, you're close, you're close.
You're looking like it's all over again. Look at those nostrils flare up. Is that your game face?
Rude, I'm trying to get bumped up here. Still, it's nice. I feel at ease when I see him smile. That evening, I think back on everything that's happened today. From my conversation with Inquisitor Lister to the incident with Helen. That incident has convinced me my dreams are premonitions.
Yay! Be wary of dreams!
I wish Rune had been a bit clearer in his warning. I'd never guessed he meant anything as terrifying as premonitions.
Well, I did. So, fuck you.
I've been given a deeply unusual power. If I were in some sort of fairy tale, I'd either have to forfeit my soul or fall into the fires of hell as payment. If that turns out to be the case here, then so be it. So long as I get my revenge and defeat the witch, I don't care what happens to me. I've come to receive glowing words of praise, my lady. No way. I've come with the meat you wanted. Maya places a bottle on the table. From what I was able to gather, 2 others are looking for this particular item. The first, the Grand Commander of the Wings, while the second is Inquisitor Lister. They've seized control of the major distributors between them, which makes this quite a difficult task. I do wish I was able to secure another bottle for my personal consumption. I knew I could count on you. Only you could triumph against those 2, Maya. Tee-hee! Tee-hee! All that remains is to figure out how to explain myself to him. It won't be easy to solicit his help in looking for the surviving Ishik without actually bringing up the clan's name. The central square is bathed in the light of the early morning. Despite the solemn atmosphere so soon after the trial, the area is still slowly regaining its former bustle. Morning, Mitchell!
Oh, Evan! Good morning. I found my glasses.
You did find your glasses. What's wrong? Not feeling well?
I'm okay. But Mrs. Preston's torture starts today.
I see.
I don't know much about Miss Preston, but you can't avoid hearing about Lindbergh trading, no matter how hard you may try. Lindbergh is an old, and many of their wares of the highest quality around. Some claim they're the reason Historica is so prosperous. Prosperous. In exchange, they treat their employees like dirt. If the president is taking his frustration out on Miss Preston like the rumors imply he is, then doesn't that make me an accomplice for arresting her? Ugh.
We did nothing more nor less than our jobs. But I understand where you're coming from. I can't accept putting someone to the whip when no proper investigation has been done.
So, do you want to try going to Lindbergh Trading tonight? I want to talk with the president.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, please keep this a secret from the other Inquisitors. I'm sure they'd be angry if they found out.
Really? I think Inquisitor Lister would at least understand.
What? Evan, are you listening to yourself? He sits at the top of the Inquisitor chain. He might as well be the king of evil up there.
I mean, how bad could he possibly be?
How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? I'm just helping the economy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mitchell, the Inquisitorial Order is not evil incarnate.
Oh. Well, yeah, I suppose, but you're still too far to understanding. You haven't forgot. There was Inquisitor Lister that tortured Grand Commander Creus, have you? You need to be careful about how much trust you put in him. If he betrays you, you'll be the one hurt most of all. What are you mumbling on about? That was a wrong character.
There you go.
I look at the portraits. I don't really.
I feel that one.
What are you mumbling on about?
Inquisitor Lister. Good morning.
Good morning.
Howard, you'll be joining Sanguine and the others during their interrogations and record what happens.
Yes, sir.
You'll be with me, Miss Red.
We're going. I don't know.
We'll see where we're going. So, where are we going?
Carnival Monaghan apparently wants to speak with you. Probably just some courtesy call, so just deal with it as you must.
Wonderful.
Oh, my L.
I do apologize. Cardinal Monaghan is out of his office at the moment. The sharp glint of Inquisitor Lister's eyes make the nun shriek, and I quickly slip myself between them. Down, boy. Do you know when he'll return? I'm not sure, but I have been told to have you wait for him should you visit. Okay, then we'll wait here. Inquisitor Lister sits down with a beleaguered sigh. You can leave, Inquisitor. I'll come get you when the Cardinal returns.
Stop that. Just be giving kindling to that geezer. Still, can't say I like the idea of twiddling my thumbs here. Let's discuss something entertaining.
Oh no. Oh, like what exactly?
Hands.
Stop it!
I'm sorry. It's so easy to.
They say that if you eat enough sugar to equal 5 times your weight in grams, you'll die. A lethal dose of chocolate is 10% of your weight.
Huh.
When you hear stuff like that, doesn't that make you consider a person's weight a surprisingly important number?
I suppose, though, this is an awfully foreboding conversation to be having in a church.
Then we can berate Cass if you want. Go on about his shady smiles or how he's actually going bald.
I can and will not say something I don't actually mean.
Talk to your superiors like that and you'll never get ahead in life. I mean, look at me. I get shit done, but I'm still stuck on the bottom rung.
But everyone looks to you for instructions. You don't have a formal position?
Sure don't. Weird, huh? Man, what I wouldn't give to get a premonition and kick all those dumbasses.
Promotion.
Promotion. What?
You said premonition.
We talking about a lot of
I
premonition.
know.
What I wouldn't give to get a promotion and kick all those dumbasses to the curb.
It's clear his attitude is why he hasn't been promoted, but I decide to keep silent on that observation. I don't care to be promoted, but I don't want his snark aimed at me. There isn't another soul in the church. I don't see any of the adherents, and the nuns have likely hidden away out of fear.
If you've something to talk about, there's no better time than now. You've been restless about something lately, and I know it's not been about work.
Good eye. I found a bottle of Arcana.
Good on you. So, what do you need?
I want you to find a woman for me. She'll be between 25 and 35 now, and will be easily recognizable from the tattoos on her body.
And
That's all.
you're awfully confident I can get this done, if that's all the information you're willing to give me. Enough of this asinine behavior.
I knew it.
You've really got nothing else for me. What she looks like, where she's from, her personal history, anything works. You certainly look like you have something else. You want me to look for this woman, and you can't even tell me about her?
For a minute, I considered telling him everything. It would make negotiations quicker and stave off any suspicion he may have for me. But when I weigh the girl who lost her family against Inquisitor Lister's safety, I choose silence.
I don't make promises I can't keep. Save your mead for some other time.
Okay.
I'm being extremely reasonable here, right?
Yes.
Finding a woman I know absolutely nothing else about would be impossible, don't you think?
Yes.
Then why do you look like I've betrayed your trust?
I look like that?
If you're not doing it on purpose, that makes it even worse.
I guess I just convinced myself that you could do anything. I discovered how amazing you truly are from the trial. And since then, I've been unable to take my eyes away from anything you do. And as a result, you seem to me a genius that can make the impossible possible. And you're also so kind. I think I took advantage of that as well. I thought that even if my request was an unreasonable one, you'd accept it anyway.
Oh, if it isn't Lister and young Linzel, I apologize for the wait. Lister, why do you clutch your chest?
Saved by the bell.
No reason. By the way, Cardinal, how much do you happen to weigh? I believe.
Well, what did you call us here for?
Never have I wasted more time. How does that geezer manage to make conversation so boring? Can he not rub his brain cells together, not for once?
No, he can't. I'll go myself next time. Thank you for coming, but I should get back to my duties.
Although I'd rather him rub his hands together.
Stop! I can't look at you. I'm gonna make you sit with that for just a little bit. You're sitting with that, okay? You're sitting. Nope. I'm still making you sit with that. You're gonna sit with that for a bit. Okay? Just keep sitting with it. Just keep sitting with it. Okay, now you can go.
Wait.
Yes?
If you tell me everything you're hiding, then I may just consider handling your request.
Really?
So, since I'm willing to help you out, tell me everything.
Don't tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just forget I ever asked.
What?
It's too dangerous. One wrong move and you could very well die.
And that's exactly why you thought to ask me, isn't it?
But I'm still scared.
Scared? You're as hard to break as straw cord, yet even you feel fear? That's rich coming from the woman that ripped the first prince a new one.
I only did that because I knew that even if you were to get angry, I would be the only one dealing with it. What I'm terrified of is the people I love being put in harm's way. Fuck!
Yeah. Is this some calculated plan? Or are you just like this?
What do you mean?
It's fine. Just tell me what's going on.
Fuck. So I tell Inquisitor Lister everything about the letter I received from Prince Lucian. Yeah. I'm looking for a woman from the Ishi clan. A knight by the name of Carlson let her escape 20 years ago, making her the lone survivor. Do you happen to know anything about the Ishii clan? Inquisitor Lister?
No, I don't. This is the first I've heard of them.
I see. I looked through as many history and folklore books as I could get my hands on, but not once did I see the name Ishik mentioned.
Are you sure you can trust this letter? It could just be a crude prank from someone else.
The letter was marked with the prince's personal seal. The paper, too, is of the sort only the royal family can use. There were other details written that only the prince and I would have had knowledge of. It is, without a doubt, from Prince Lucian himself.
Okay, but even assuming it is real, why would you put yourself in danger?
To save the girl, of course.
Are you doing this because this was his last request?
That is one of my reasons, yes.
So, what? Does the knowledge she is the last of her kind? So what? Wait, what? So what? Does the knowledge that she is the last of her kind make your heart cry out for her?
I understand, to a degree, what it means to be a victim of violence justified by overwhelming authority. And even through those not subject to that, there are still those whose lives have been left with so little because of said authority. That is reason enough to act. I'm not asking this of you just because of your outstanding skills, Inquisitor Lister. I'm doing this because I know you're kind and just. I believed that you, of all people, would help me, which is why I looked for a bottle of Arcana.
I have no desire to make myself an enemy of the royal family. Forget this ever happened. Never speak of it again.
My breath falters and I inhale shakily. None of this despair. This is on me for putting all my expectations on him. I won't disgrace either of us any further.
Where is Prince Lucian's letter now?
At home. I've hidden it from prying eyes.
Mr. Lindbergh's manor is up ahead. It's incredible that a simple merchant is able to afford a manor in the noble quarter. I admire him, as someone with a family in the business, but I'm otherwise terrified of him. He's apparently completely ruled by his envy. Evan, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Really? You seem to in low spirits today. Are you feeling alright?
I'm just fine. Anyway, when will we get to meet with the president?
There's an executive meeting with all the major company presidents right now. We're to try and intercept him on his way home.
Are you sure he won't have his guard up with such a suspicious method?
No above-board methods will get us what we need. Mr. Lindbergh will be traveling to Oratio tomorrow, so tonight is our last chance. Whether he confesses is dependent entirely on your energy here, so spirits up.
As I said, I'm perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine.
Inquisitor Lister said something to upset you, yes? You've looked under the weather since you came back from your outing with him. I warned you about this. His heart's cold as ice. I understand what you want to say. The people of the Inquisitorial Order aren't evil. They're normal people once you get to talk to them, and they're been incredibly kind to us. But you must admit how unsettling this all is. It's wrong to subject someone to torture just because of a potentially malicious indictment without any evidence. A lack of any clear protest is tantamount to these people abdicating their responsibilities as inquisitors. I know this is probably easier said than done, but if Inquisitor Lister was truly talented, then do you really think this kind of thing would happen? He isn't exactly the type to listen to his superiors, after all. Yet, he still refuses to do anything. That just proves the kind of person he is. The more I see how capable he is, the more disgusted I get.
Disappointed.
Disappointed, whatever.
Wait, did someone just come out of Mr. Lindbergh's manor?
Huh? It's already midnight. Why would someone come outside? Oh. Look, there's Mr. Lindbergh's car. He's finally back. Let's grab him once he gets out. Make sure you cover his mouth. We don't need his screams making this harder than it already is.
I'm starting to wonder if this is no better than a sneak attack.
It's not. All right, let's go.
Wait, someone's there. I know who that is. That's the individual I ran into in the administrator's room. Conrad's hound. The moon hangs bright in the sky tonight, affording me a clear look at this supposed hound.
Ninja? Oh, wait, what? Okay.
He has a slight build, but even from this distance, I can see he has the muscles necessary for combat. The way he's hidden his face immediately marks him as suspicious.
I mean, the hair still looks similar, too. Whatever.
No way. Why are they here?
Mitchell, do you know who that man is?
He's the ninja.
Ninja?
A chivalrous thief who only goes after the wicked. We talked about him in the last trial, remember? Wow, this is the first time I've seen him in person. He looks exactly as Thomas described him.
Who's Thomas?
The vice president of the Ninja fan club. He's actually seen Ninja before. I did think his next target is Lindbergh Trading. I mean, I figured they'd be targeted at some point.
This ninja individual appears to be speaking with Mr. Lindbergh. Though we're still watching from a distance, I can see his panic clearly. Still, I don't feel any bloodlust from the man. Is he really just talking to him? I'm not sure what's going on, but shouldn't we report this to the constabulary? And I mean, I feel like we have a duty to capture a thief.
The ninja isn't a common thief. He's a man of justice. We absolutely cannot arrest him. Even if we did, we'd be robbing righteousness from the world.
Is he that impressive? It's not long before Ninja finally lets Mr. Lindbergh go. He runs away inside as Ninja disappears into the darkness around us.
You don't think Miss Ninja heard about Miss Preston, do you? Maybe he snuck in here to dole out some divine punishment. As much as I hope that's the case, though, it's probably too optimistic of me to assume that's what happened. Either way, there isn't much else we can do tonight.
We can go to the constable. Okay. No reporting.
I mean, yeah, the ninja still looks like similar to Tyrell.
Fair.
So, seems related. It could be like Tyrell, like dispensing justice vigilante style, because like there's only so much he can do as an inquisitor. Who knows?
But at the same time, we also know that Ninja is Hound.
Hound, yeah. Yep.
We wander around the manor for some time after that, but nothing happens. Given Mr. Lindbergh hasn't called for constables, we safely assume he's not been injured. We weren't able to ask anything of the president, but Mitchell glows with confidence that Ninja had done something in our favor, so he leaves saying there's nothing else to be done. As for me, I'm nowhere near as knowledgeable as Ninja as Mitchell. I sit with disbelief heavy in my gut, unable to trust things have gone so positively. Ninja, huh? I was so sure he was Conrad's hound, but it was fairly dark during that first meeting. I don't feel like going home just yet, so I decide to at least stop by the Order and see how Helen is after the torture she's had to endure today. It's forbidden to go into the Order after hours, and given it's normally locked, even entering at all is impossible. Thankfully, closing up was my turn tonight, which means I happen to have the key on me. So long as I keep the lights off, no one will find me. As I walk down the hall, I notice someone slip into Inquisitor Lister's office. Is Inquisitor Lister really here so late at night? A few seconds pass, but there's no sign of the lights being turned on. Did I just see a thief? I steel myself for what's to come and slowly open the door of his office. Inquisitor Lister, but those clothes... Are you... Ninja? So you won't deny it then? Mitchell and I just came back from Mr. Lindbergh's manor. We went to try and talk to him about Helen. But then Ninja showed up. What did you fucking confusing do? Were you there about Helen Preston just like we were? His silence continues, but I already know what the answer is. I can feel joy sprout in my heart. I was right to trust him. I'm relieved down to my very core, but I still have my misgivings about the Ishii clan. Inquisitor Lister hides his own identity in the hopes of saving Helen, yet tells me to forget everything about the Ishiks. Am I wrong to sense a contradiction there? Oh, that flower. I feel like I've seen it before.
And the complete book of herbs, penned by famous explorer Alcott, which 10 specimens does he name on being on the verge of extinction?
Anno, Rondola,
Just skip to
Terabingo,
Ishik Lux
and Ishik Lux Flavus. Among these, Ishik Lux Flavus is already confirmed to be extinct, though it's been apprised as one of the ingredients for an elixir Is that Ishik Lux Flavus? I thought they were extinct. Inquisitor, how did you manage to find this flower?
Okay, by the way, I like how before you like we saw like just the outline. It was like, oh, yeah, his hair's the same as Inquisitor. Like, no.
I'm just like, I can't give anything away.
Nuh-uh.
Also.
Oh. Is he crying?
Something's not right. Why hasn't he said anything? I let my excitement get the better of me. I didn't realize we weren't alone.
Oh. Conrad?
Yeah.
Ishik Lux Flavus. That's the name of this flower, is it? How careless of you to leave such an easy clue nearby.
The man pushes the glass case containing the flower to the floor. And then he steps on it over and over and over again. I want to stop him, but I can't. My body is as ice, frozen in fear.
Now then. How lucky am I to run into you here? I was so hoping to talk with you again. You'll come with me, won't you?
That's such a great CG. I love that CG so much. And that's the end of the chapter.
All right.
Oh, good lord, it's 2. I think this is a good stopping point.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright. Alright. What did you think of the chapter?
Right once again.
Yeah.
How do I do it?
I don't know. Except I do, because
Huh?
all the clues are there if you
Yeah.
just pay attention.
Yeah, it's called paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
just need to be paying attention. Alright.
Yeah. Okay. So it seemed. So, yeah, Lister is working for Conrad in some sort of way, but don't know why. It seems like there might be some sort of mind control going on, or I don't know, some sort of like, because Lister was not speaking at all, or like Tiro wasn't speaking at all, so there seems to be something more.
Or he was
on.
just hoping we shut up.
Or that, maybe.
You know.
We'll see. But yeah, so they're together for one reason or another. I think it's so that Tiro can get closer initially, but maybe like at some point Conrad got him under his control. What else happened? I mean, I guess
premonition.
Oh yeah, there's premonition.
We figured out about the Ishii clan.
Some stuff, yeah.
And that there is a girl who's 25 to 35 with tattoos.
You see, probably not the only survivor. Instead, there were actually two, and Tyrell is the brother of the sister and is trying to keep her safe.
Okay, so that's what you think?
And, so it's blackmail. That's how Conrad's controlling.
Okay, and like that's your working theory for that.
That's the working theory.
All right. I do love your working theories.
Yeah.
All right.
Based on the information so far.
That makes sense. We got one more chapter.
Yep. We do.
How does this chapter stack up versus the first two?
I feel like the first two were a little bit more go, go, go.
Yeah.
So I think I preferred the first two.
Okay.
I think this chapter is more set up for what's
Yeah.
going to happen in the
For-
fourth.
The fourth chapter and then epilogue, all of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Well,
Yep.
it is finally.
Oh. Almost forgot one thing.
No. Evan?
We discovered
No. Evan?
Tyrell
Evan?
Eye Listers.
Evan? Please. Spare me. I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
Focus on
I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
hands. Goodbye. No, stop.
I didn't actually kick him, I kicked his knees. He's being dramatic. Bye!
Bye, boy.